We know that Caitlin Clark is back after missing 5 games. But before she played on Wednesday, and she got to pick her teams, and she and Napheesa Collier got to chop up the ladies. Let's bring up the graphic and show you who she took. And in her first pick, no big surprise, Aaliyah Boston. She was going to take her Fever and what do you think of what she chose, Sarah, as you look across the board?
Well, I mean, obviously, I think she has a great team because she had a great pool of people to choose from. For me, the biggest question is, are Asia and Satu going to play? That's the biggest question for me. I mean, I think one of the things that hurts the WNBA All-Star game is that you get paid to play, to be picked. You don't get paid to play. There's no incentive to play the actual game. So Asia and Satu don't really have to play. So to me, the question with her team is like, are they all going to be? Are these 5 starters going to even be starting?
They're all competitive. and the question, of course, is Asia Wilson hurting her left wrist, had an MRI after the game against the Liberty on Tuesday.
Yeah, but I mean, just in general, the WNBA feels like it's a more competitive league because the women are so much more competitive.
Yeah,
like they want to play, they want to win.
But you're more incentivized to play the skills challenges because those are like $50,000. You know what I mean? But like the only extra money that you get from the All-Star game is $2,500 if you win MVP. So that's only one player.
I don't know if people are thinking about that. I mean, these are the facts.
That's what I would be thinking about.
You're not thinking about the money?
I was going to say, these are the facts of life. I think there's multiple players. Like, I think about players on this All-Star squad. We'll start with Caitlin. Kelsey Mitchell, Gabby Williams, a first-time All-Star. Sonia Citron, a first-time All-Star, also a rookie. Kiki, a first-time All-Star, also a rookie. Kayla Thornton, a first-time All-Star, also rookie. When I look at that, I think the money is the bonus, but I don't even, like, here's what's crazy. I don't even know if I got paid for All-Star. Like, if I'm trying to think back to, like, my All-Star experience, the money was not a part of it. But you make a good point. The All-Star like the Skills Challenge has now put up some real bread. It's sponsored. Alicia Gray, just in case you guys didn't know, she won the 3-point and the Skills Challenge last year. First time to ever do that. It is definitely incentivized for people to now do that. I think people weren't as interested in being in the Skills Challenge. I think they even recently asked Sabrina Ionescu if she was going to be in the 3-point competition. She was like, yeah, I'm still thinking about it because there's no back end. I think the more important thing that players are thinking about is, what's the rest look like after All-Star? She doesn't necessarily, I think Sabrina was referencing that, like, if I had more of a break, maybe I would try to train and get ready to do all these different things, but maybe not.
My favorite part was just the fact that Fee and Caitlin traded coaches.
Oh my God.
And didn't mention this or clear it or anything to ESPN or the WNBA. And that's my style. That's what I like. I like to surprise our control room. So I'm going to I wish I did have something.
Yeah, Don Bowie. Yeah, because the winningest coach at the season's mark gets to go to whoever got the most votes, and that was Caitlin. And she switched out Cheryl Reeves to send her coach to Napheesa, who gets to play with her all the time. What do you remember from your experience playing as an All-Star?
It's exhausting. I mean, that's why people talk about it so much. Even you hear NBA players talk about it. You hear it's All-Star weekend is the busiest weekend ever. You have sponsor obligations, like I'm signed to Nike, so there's different events that Nike wants you to go to. Then you have the obligations of the league where WNBA cares. You might be doing a charity event. Then there's practice. Then there's, oh, by the way, I had like 21 people there. So getting just everybody situated. I just remember being like, wow, this was a whirlwind. Also, we partied. So it was like, let me get my life back together because we're about to be on TV tomorrow. So it was like, I just remember it being like, woo, it's a real, like, it's a job. Like, I know when people, like, being an All-Star is an honor. And it's also like you come back from All-Star break exhausted. And that's the catch-22 that I think is tough, where people want longer All-Star breaks so that after you go to All-Star, the All-Stars get a break.
Did you have good external batteries for your cell phone? Was it just like dying every 2 seconds?
What do you mean my cell phone battery? What about my social battery?
No. I'm just worried about your cell phone.
I just need to recharge.
Now, you mentioned it's a job. Napheesa Collier is a businesswoman. What was she thinking putting this squad together?
So, Fee, first of all, you can see how Unrivaled came to life in the sense of not even just the players, but how she does business. So the first order of business for Fee was getting her co-founder of Unrivaled, Stewie, on the squad. So that was her number one pick. Then they obviously have to choose from the starters that are there. She went with Big Al, who was ranked number one by all the players for the guard. So All-Star game, that's another cheat code. When she started making her team, it's like, yeah, she went and got some gunners that were versatile guards. That's, post players, we love you, but in the All-Star game, you know what I'm saying? You're not really the MVP of the All-Star games. She got Paige Beckers, who's a shooter. Of course, by the way, we're talking about unrivaled. She got her Lunar Owl teammates, Courtney Williams, Skylar Diggins. There's built-in chemistry that she has already on this team. You may think it doesn't matter in All-Star, but it actually probably matters more because you get one practice and you want to look good. They've all played together. Now they have the coach that coached Fee. So I think she put together a really solid squad. Got Ryan Howard, another shooter, Kelsey Plum, another shooter. I just think that she put it together to package an all-star team. Like, there's a team that you can play 5-on-5 and you want to win a championship with. This team would do that too, but this is an all-star ready team.
Watch new episodes of Women's Sports Now every Thursday on Roku channel.